All right, we are live again. Sorry, guys. I know my internet sucks, and like, yeah. Well, it's actually not my internet, so not my fault, like directly. But yes, I chose the college, I chose the hostel, I chose the room. Goddamn internet. But yeah, we are back again, and like after trying for thousand times to log in into this crackjack internet, which I was definitely not able to. So I've decided that maybe I can like at least finish this unit with my internet, with my phone's internet, because thanks to word of game, like free internet for about 6 hours. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this, bro. Come on, are you serious? Oh, yes. So yeah, we have a stable internet now. Man, it just punched it through my face. I was talking good about you, man. Come on, don't do this. Alright, so yes, fingers crossed. Let's see. Let's hope we finish this particular unit at least for now. Yeah. Should I, like, no, can't really control that. Can I? Nope. And we definitely can't control this. Uh, thing. Yep. I guess this work. Yeah. Please. Please. Come on. Okay, so we were doing the physical distribution of network, right? So in this, like the architecture of physical distribution of network. Yeah, just correcting things. All right. So I told you about the basic uh, product transference, right? The correct term is transference. Yes. Right. Physical distribution network. What else can we like put inside this thing? Uh, well, in physical distribution network, we can definitely include the whole managing circle, right? The whole managing circle, the employees and everything. It's really like the retailer has to contact someone, the manufacturer, definitely. The manufacturer has to contact the producers or maybe the source, like the sellers, right? So that's kind of a protocol kind of thing, right? Which is actually inside the whole physical distribution network, right? So yeah, this all this thing can be included in the physical distribution network. I hope this internet, yes, it's going good. That's great. All right. And the next topic is distribution management, right? So what is distribution management? Two terms, definitely. The most term that you can ever hear in uh, mechanical engineering course, distribution management, right? Distribution to distribute, management to manage that distribution, right? Now, suppose if you have 10 readers or you have 10 what you call I don't want to say producers because producers are generally quite limited. Providers, we can say we can take uh, materials from 10 different people, right? Yeah. So if you have 10 providers or maybe 10 retailers, then you have to decide, you have to manage to whom you have to give your maximum attention to, right? Who should be the maximum contributor in the total production of the product, right? Like suppose if a seller, if a provider is uh, he is giving you the best quality of raw material for the best feasible price, then it's quite obvious that most of the raw material will be taken from him, right? So yeah, that kind of management is required. And distribution management generally means at the customer level, at the retailing uh, portion or retailing section of the supply chain, right? So you basically decide which shop or which retailer you should give your product to, right? Because suppose you have 10 retailers and you sell 10 different products as well. Now, just in this particular case, you have every single retailer specific for a product. So you don't really have to mess with the product that you have to deliver to one particular retailer, right? So yeah, this is also kind of management, distribution management, where you manage how you distribute and what you distribute and in what quantity, right? Now the next thing is types of intermediaries, right? So type of intermediaries, it's like the basic meaning of intermediaries is, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, you can just bear me. Intermediaries, they are like the middlemen's. Middlemen, what the fuck did I say? Middlemen's. Shit. I'm in sleep, bro. Types of intermediaries, they are like middlemen, right? They facilitate the whole chain, right? The flow of the product or maybe the raw material in the chain, right? So if we really want to like list the types of these people, then they can mainly be like broadly classified into two categories. One are the official intermediaries, and are the brokers, right? Now, if there is a farmer who wants to sell his crop to a MNC, to an MNC, then he or she can actually like contact directly to the MNC, which is quite rarely possible. But a broker is always there to help them. So even though it's not legal, but yes, companies do have them, and yes, that's one thing. The legal ones, they are like the legal ones are registered with the company. Like if you say that Amazon is recruiting and it's like recruiting through its own career page, then that's the legalized intermediary, the Amazon recruitment, correct? But if it's not recruiting through its career page and it's like giving away jobs to the agents, some of the positions to the agents, right? So that they can recruit the candidate on their behalf, then that's definitely it's also fine, correct? So official intermediaries and middlemen, brokers, correct. And if we have to categorize, well, we don't really have to categorize it any further because it's like it's rarely of any number of any marks. Yeah, that's perfect. Channel objectives and constraints. Now, channel objective, it's like the channel is basically the mode, right? The mode of transport, the mode of communication, right? The mode of teleporting things, transporting things. My bad. All right. So, yeah, the channel is really important. What are the objectives? It should be first thing economic. Nothing is as important as money, correct? You are selling a product which is having a production cost of 5 rupees to the customer who is buying it for 10 rupees, correct? You don't want to give those 5 rupees to the transportation team just because instead of using a car to give to transport the pet, you used an airplane, correct? So, yes. Aeroplane will definitely guarantee better transportation and better security safety, but it's actually expensive, right? And it's of no good use on the long run. So that's the first objective. It should be economic, right? The second objective is that it should be like feasible. It's the same thing. The second objective can be should be the second objective should be that it is actually accessible of accessible, like suppose if I'm trying to transport something through airplanes and uh, I don't have any airports or anything like that at a place where my factory is or near to my factory there is no airport, then it's no point of doing that, right? It's not like I can't do that, but the air facility or airlifting thing, it's not accessible to me. So that again, it should be accessible if country or if something prefer a ship transport, ocean transport, right? But yeah, it should be accessible. All right. Like in case of Peaky Blinders, the series, they used to transport the guns and the drugs through the canal which they had, right? Even though they had cars, but that was the best way to do actually to just transport the illegal material. So yeah, it should be accessible. Imagine there was no canal, then what would have been the transport mode? Transport. That's quite hard, right? So yes, that's the thing. Channel objectives. The next objectives.